How's it going, everybody? I am really excited to be seeing Tron at that level of 16.39 today. I think it's a really interesting day for cryptocurrency in general. I mean, when you look at the where things are currently across the board with all the different technologies, it's really interesting to see Tron performing the way that it is. And I think that it says a lot for decentralized platforms when it comes to media consumption in the future. You see, when I look at the different cryptocurrencies and what they offer in regards to the future and how people can benefit from them, I think that Tron is really offering something that's unique and really in alignment with what the cryptocurrency community desires. And as far as moving forward, I'll be happy to be using these sort of decentralized platforms and so forth. I've spoken before about Steam and DTube, and I think that it's really important for people to be using these sort of platforms and so forth, not only because they're more entertaining than the alternatives, but also because it's moving forward and adjusting our habits and so forth in a way that's going to positively leverage the future in a way that is really going to have a substantial effect. And especially if you're interested in seeing these technologies expand and want to benefit them and support them, it's definitely, we should all make DTube accounts and so forth and be using Steam and create a community on those platforms, as well as these platforms that are run by Google and Alphabet and so forth. As much as I like YouTube and so forth, there are certain problems that are, I won't go into detail about necessarily, that are highlighted in the media, and anybody can find out about these sort of things. And moving forward, I think that the public conversation is moving in a way that's going to really be leveraged in decentralized platforms favor, and I'm really interested in seeing how Tron is going to be moving forward in the future. Decentralized media is one of those things that's really near and dear to my interests, and I think moving forward we're going to be seeing the public adjusting its habits in regards to the success that will be possible for these different technologies that are leveraging cryptocurrency and so forth. And I have a lot of faith in Justin Sun. I have a lot of faith in the team, and my understanding of Tron is fundamentally data driven, and I find that it's important to look into all the different details regarding these technologies. And that's why I'd recommend everybody go and follow Tron Foundation on their official Twitter. And while you're at it, make sure that you follow me on my Twitter. That's at CryptoTuber, and I'll actually be including a link to my Twitter down in the description below, so if you're interested in connecting with me, and hopefully we can all stay up to date in building these communities on these different decentralized platforms. And first step is staying connected and so forth, so definitely, if you're not already on Twitter, I'd recommend that you make one so that we can all be, and you could send me information and so forth, because the whole purpose of this content is for discussion purposes. Of course, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. This video is not financial advice. This video is for entertainment, educational purposes only. The whole purpose of this is for me to share my opinion, and that's exactly what this video is me sharing my opinion with you, and of course for the sole purposes of building this community across these different web platforms and so forth. And that's why this show has established a presence on so many different platforms like Twitter and so forth, and looking forward to expanding further into Steam and DTube and so forth, and eventually Tron and all these different technologies that are offering different components of the internet, and all these different variables that are made available. And of course, it is awesome to be seeing how the YouTube channel has grown. We're at currently 18,000 subs, and it's really awesome. So make sure that you comment down below and let me know what you guys think about Tron. And yeah, it is awesome to see the way that the public consciousness has been reacting to this positive growth. And I mean, it is awesome to be seeing today, especially Tron at that 16%. So it is awesome as far as I would say. And I'll actually be including a link to these video by the CryptoTwins. I think that these guys are really funny, and they have an interesting perspective regarding Tron as well. And I think it's awesome to give shout outs to different creators in the cryptocurrency community, so we can all stay up to date in regarding to all these different things. And yeah, I'll actually be including a link to this DustyBC video as well, and this video by Crypto as well, because I think that it's important to share shared multiple different perspectives and give shout outs to different people in the community so we can all sort of grow together. And I'd recommend that all you go and subscribe to these creators as well, because they do good work and I enjoy watching them and so forth. So yeah, it is interesting to be seeing how these decentralized platforms that leverage cryptocurrency are acting within the public space and the public conversation that's been happening regarding them. And it is exciting to be seeing what's going to be happening with Tron regarding the future, and especially a month from now, I think we'll be seeing some really interesting things happening in the community. And there's really a lot of exciting things happening as we see this technology develop and move forward. And in particular, I believe that Justin Sun and the team that's working on Tron is a really hard-working team, and I think they have a lot of potential as far as the vision for Tron moving forward. The world is really in need of a decentralized platform for people to get media, and I think as we continue to see the different variables of society and the modern conversation that's being had in the public space, we're starting to see a lot of people coming to understand the fact that a decentralized platform for media is going to be the way of the future, especially when you consider the ways that the different big bodies of power when it comes to media and so forth, especially when it comes to like Google and YouTube and so forth, and especially with Facebook and all these different things that have been happening in the news. There's definitely a lot of demand for a platform that puts more control in the hands of the people. And what better thing for something like that sort of idea than a cryptocurrency? And I think that Tron is definitely being recognized in respect to their developments that's really possible. So it's really exciting to be seeing Tron at this sort of value right here, especially up 15% in such a short amount of time. And there's a lot of really exciting things that are developing, especially in the light of the future when it comes to, I think that this May we should be seeing some really exciting developments with Tron all the way through, and especially leading up to June, and especially the events that'll be taking place on May 31st will definitely be really substantial when it comes to the Tron community. And I think that this paradigm shift that's been happening across all different levels of societies certainly has its place in the world of media and so forth. And I think that Tron is really leveraging themselves in an interesting way that's going to be playing a significant role in the future when people start to come around to understanding cryptocurrency, because you have to understand that cryptocurrency is really in an early phase, and the fact that Tron has established itself in that number 9 position is really it's definitely interesting when it comes to the future of these technologies and how they're going to be perceived by the public. One of the things that I always think about when I see this list of technologies on here is how they're going to be looking in the real world once basically cryptocurrency has been adopted by the public and we've moved into the next phase, which is these things being active in everyday living. And I think that Tron is definitely one of those technologies that's shown itself to have that sort of interesting appeal in regards to that relevancy. And I think that right now, I mean, what are we there's other examples. I think that Steam is definitely an interesting one as well. It's sort of taken that the proof of concept, and it's something that Tron is going to have to show themselves and their capabilities to expand upon these things, because things like DTube and all these different platforms, I'll definitely be interested in posting some content on DTube, and I think it'd be awesome if everybody who's watching this, if we all make accounts on Steam and DTube and start using these decentralized platforms and so forth, and really start using these platforms and moving into and getting used to using this sort of technology. And of course, this is going to be really interesting when it comes to Tron and so forth. I think that it's important for large amounts of people to start using these different platforms and everything. I'm not your dad, by the way. So In conclusion, I would say that a lot of variables are going to be becoming decentralized, and of course coming up with a time frame for how these sort of things are going to happen is a bit challenging, because it's going to take a lot of different components of society adjusting themselves to this sort of shifting paradigm, because we are very early when it comes to cryptocurrency and paying attention to these sort of things. But I'm certainly interested in seeing how these things are going to go. I would say that the future is decentralized, and yeah, but also remember, follow me on Twitter and so forth. We can continue this conversation and so forth, and yeah, you could send me any information you'd like for me to cover in future content, and we'll be doing future live streams, and of course we had a live stream going today, but there were some technical difficulties, so it became necessary just to make this video a regular standalone, and I apologize for anybody who is looking forward to that, but we'll be doing a live stream tomorrow, and you have my word. And so all that being said, yeah, it is interesting to be seeing how cryptocurrency has been acting lately. I mean, this upward mobility is really it's really nice to see. It's more confidence building than anything for those of us who've been involved with cryptocurrency for any amount of years. I mean, it is awesome to see this amount of growth potential happening in such a short amount of time. And just think about it, if this was a stock market, I mean, this would be insane. But all that being said, my name is FaZe Crypto, and this is cryptocurrency YouTuber channel, and hopefully you've enjoyed my content a little, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next video, and have a good one.